So in this section, we are going to learn how to use Jira, Atlassian in our integration, and how do we create an instance, as in the developer instance on Jira. So for that, we'll go to developer.atlassian.com, and as you can see here, they have laid down these complete steps here. So we are going to go to go.atlassian.com. Initially, I did create an account over here. So once you create an account, you go to this link, and you can then certainly give some name for your Atlassian instance. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can just skip all these sections now, and then we are it's gonna start the site for us. All right, so the instance is created. Now let's just create some spaces here. So we're gonna create the DevOps issues related space. So that's where the Confluence is. Basically, Confluence is used for documentation management. If you want to create your integration specs, you use this facility and socialize your design, your non-functional specs, technical specs, functional specs, etc. For now, we are just gonna concentrate on the technical part of it. So we're gonna go and go to the main menu here, and we're gonna go to Jira Core. So this is where you actually create your incidences or the tickets in the Jira terminology, so that those can be assigned to the relevant teams at the developers or the support people. So after few clickings, we enter into the create project section here. I'm going to create a project called as integration or Mulesoft Integration for that matter. Okay, now we have landed here on the Jira page, and as you can see our project here, Mulesoft Integrations, and under that you can see all issues, open issues, done issues, all the related issues, how you can access those. So now we are going to create an issue with the Jira REST API, and that issue should be seen here. This is just a test to make sure that the Jira REST API works for us. Now we are going to see how to get the project data from Jira using the REST API first, just to make sure that the REST API works for us. Before we move ahead, we have to first create the API token for the Jira. So this is a new facility that Jira has provided to us. Previously, people used to have username and password as part of their interaction with Jira in the basic auth. But now Jira wants us to create the API tokens first. So let's go ahead and create the token. As you can see, I am at the developer.atlassian.com and basic auth for APIs section. I'm going to create on the API tokens here. And I'm going to click on this one. I'm just going to use Mulesoft here. Copy it, go back to my authorization section to get the project information and use it here. As you can see, I received the key and the Mulesoft integration project in my REST API, and that confirms that our REST API works and the new API key as well works for us. So now that we have sorted out the authorization piece of the REST API, let's go ahead and create the issue for us. So as you can see, this payload is a JSON payload, and in that I have a project with the key as MI because The project I created initially on the front end is a Mulesoft integration with key MI, which we also received from the GET request we made to Jira using the REST API, and rest of the details are related to the bug or the issue. And now let's create one issue. As you can see, the response is 201 created, and the ID and key for the issues are also created, and this is the link for the issue. Now if I have a get method to connect to get the data for this issue using the REST API, I can do that too. So let's do that. Just going to duplicate this guy, get issue, the link that we received, authorization remains the same, get, it gives back all the details. As you can see, the REST API gives all sorts of details to us. But as of now, we are just interested to see whether the issue has been created successfully or not. So I'm going to go back to Jira front end. All right, so I'm back to the Jira front end. As you can see, the issue has been created here. The summary that we set in the REST API was first REST issue. So going back to the Postman first REST issue. The description was creating of an issue using project keys and issue type names using the REST API. Go back here. Creating of an issue using project keys and issue types names using REST API. So that proves that the REST API is working for us, and we can see the issue that we created on the front end.